Welcome to Meet the Candidates. I'm your host, Kim Kotis, and I'm here with Terry Sabo, Democratic candidate for the 92nd District State House of Representatives. Terry, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
And Terry, you're currently the County Commission Chairman of the Commissioners here in Muskegon County. Tell us about your experience serving in public service and also in government.
Well, thank you. After I left the military in 1990, I was employed with the City of Muskegon Heights starting in 1991. And I've been there ever since for 25 years between the police and fire departments. In 2011, I decided to get involved in local government, and that's when I was appointed to the Muskegon County Road Commission. And then in 2012, I ran for election as a Muskegon County Commissioner and won that election against a longtime Republican incumbent. And since then, I've been reelected in 2014, and then now I'm serving as the chair of the County Board of Commissioners by a vote of my peer commissioners.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the progress that's been made in Muskegon County since you've been serving on the board. We've had the jail built, we have new port expansion and other things coming up in the years ahead. What are some of the things that you've learned as a county commissioner, as well as some of the things that we should look forward to?
Well, that's you hit on a couple of good points. We've come a long ways with our county jail, and finally solving a decades-long problem to get that resolved. To really make for a better place for inmates to do their time in, but also for our employees that are working in there as well. But we've also worked very strongly with the Port of Muskegon in trying to redevelop the port to make it a place to do business again. And that's not been an easy task because it really involves a lot of hard work and bringing people together of all different beliefs and all different backgrounds. And we've worked very strongly with the City of Muskegon and the County of Muskegon and also those private operators to help and build relationships and work to, again, to redevelop the port. And we're looking forward to the future. I mean, Muskegon has a lot of good things going for it as a whole. We have over $1 billion in projects that are sitting out there that are potentially going to be happening here in Muskegon. Over 500 million that are actually proposed and are ready to go, and another 700 million that are still out there, and we're still trying to figure out how that's all going to happen. But the bottom line is that Muskegon is definitely moving forward, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Well, that's terrific. Well, looking forward in going to Lansing, you're going to be taking us from Muskegon County there with you, but the importance of working together in a collaborative way with other members throughout the state. How important has your experience in the commission taught you about how you need to reach out to people of all different backgrounds?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the different things that I'm involved in as the county commissioner and as the chair of the county commission is I've learned that you have to work together no matter what. And I'm excited about the prospect of taking that mentality to Lansing because we've seen over and over again how Lansing is broken, in my opinion. People can't get along because they have different letters behind their last name. And we've got to solve that and get over it. We've got to make things happen, and I think the general public is really upset with how things are operating or not operating in Lansing.
Well, Michigan is really known for innovation throughout the years, and we've faced some challenges in terms of our infrastructure with the Flint water crisis and our roads. What are some of the things that you think that we need to invest in and really not just make a down payment in, but really do a follow-through work on?
Well, with what you just described, with infrastructure, I think that's got to be right up there towards the top. I think that's going to be a benefit to everyone, not only the residents, but those wanting to do business here in Michigan. But I think the number one thing we need to invest in is children. And it's serving children and being a part of young people and their lives and their development. Because that is the future, and I don't think we're doing a very good job of that right now with some of the funding that's been taken away from our public schools, and I think we've got to take a hands-on approach. That's why I've been involved with the Muskegon Heights Optimist Club now for over 20 years, and our motto there is "Friend of Youth," and I've been actively involved with that organization, and I'm proud to have some sort of an influence on young people in today's world.
Well, that's terrific because the kids nowadays, we want to have a future for them and a place to make a home here in Michigan. I know when I first came here, people, well, my job's gone, my kids are gone. I thought we can do better than this. And I think we're really moving forward in that direction. Let's talk about early childhood education and some of the funding streams for education. How do you think we need to proceed in that?
Well, we need to start young. We need to start getting kids actively involved and starting the education process early for their development, because I think that's going to pay big dividends as we move into the future and as those children grow older and advance their educational backgrounds.
Let's move along a little bit and talk about some other things that are part of what's facing us in the head. You know, we have some real challenges in terms of voter turnout, people getting involved. We've had some really costly decisions in terms of the legislature voting for right to work. How would you address the emergency manager, right to work, and some of the things that we need to do to help bring the community together?
Well, I think just to back up a little bit though, we talk about the voting. We've got to get our people out to vote. But I think when we say that, we also have to make it easier for people to vote. You know, in today's world, when we have husband and wife both working to keep their household afloat, they have kids that they have to get ready in the morning to get to school, then the parents are both off to work. They come home, they have to get the kids to ball practice or whatever activities are going on, and suddenly voting doesn't become a priority for them. Getting them through the day is a priority, and we need to do some different things as far as opening up voting. The no reason absentee voting, I think, is a must, and potentially even opening up so that voting can be done maybe in more than one day. But we have to look at some of the details about that to see if that is something that we can do. But we have to address that. But with right to work, I think it's been very poor legislation in our state. It's really hurting everyone. You know, our middle class is hurting right now. And when I'm out there talking to people at the doors, those are some of the things that I'm hearing, is that our middle class is hurting. We're burdening all the pressure to continue to fund state government as these budget cuts continue to happen to our corporations. And we're suddenly becoming a society of the haves and the have-nots. And I don't think that's a good thing for the future of Michigan.
Well, you've been endorsed by organized labor, and that's been a big plus for you here. I mean, we have a number of people in this community, retirees as well as current people who are working in the labor force. How important is standing up for restoring those rights to people?
Well, you know, I tell you, my campaign has been endorsed by an overwhelming majority of the elected Democrat officials here in Muskegon County, and I'm very proud to say that I have several labor unions that have decided to endorse my campaign, including my own Michigan Professional Firefighters Union, and that's a big deal for me to have those people that believe in me and that I can be the difference going to Lansing and actually represent Muskegon and the working people of Muskegon.
Well, we're going to come right back, and please join us for Meet the Candidates with Terry Sabo.
In the 150 years we've been in business, many things have changed. Our greatest achievements are rooted in the things that haven't. Years ago, the person you called banker was also the person you called friend. When it came to service, there were fewer layers and friendlier smiles. And banks earned the trust of their customers and community while working tirelessly not to lose it. At Independent Bank, all this remains true today. Sure, we've made advances that help customers bank more conveniently and more comfortably. But at the end of the day, we know that people really need a trustworthy partner committed to their financial goals, dreams, and aspirations. And we've been happy to be that partner since 1864.
A lot of important decisions are made in this building. I'm Brenda Sprader, running for Muskegon County Probate Judge. This is a family law position, and for years I've worked as a family law trial attorney and public defender representing juveniles and abuse-neglect families. I understand the frustrations and struggles that many families face, and as judge, my experience would give me the wisdom to be fair and the strength to do what is needed to ensure people involved with family court have a better experience. I'm asking you to vote for me, Brenda Sprader.
Hello, Muskegon. My name is Mark Dewitt. I'm the owner here at RPM Automotive. We've been here since 1996. We're a full-service auto repair center. We do both foreign and domestic repairs. Most of our repairs are performed same day. We do everything from AC, engine repair, and computer diagnostics. Feel free to call or come by and see us. We're located on Getty Street, next to the Getty Street Grill.
Hi, I'm Terry Sabo. I'm currently the chairman of the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners and also a 25-year veteran of the City of Muskegon Heights Police and Fire Departments. Prior to that, I was on the Muskegon County Road Commission for 2 years and a veteran of the United States Air Force. I've spent a career on bringing people together to solve problems, and I intend to take that attitude to Lansing with me when I'm elected as your next state representative. So on August 2nd, I hope to earn your vote as the next state representative for the 92nd District.
Celebrate the grand opening of the new Muskegon Farmers Market, now located at 242 West Western Avenue in beautiful downtown Muskegon. With over 100 vendors, the market offers fresh fruits and vegetables, flowers, pet supplies, honey, maple syrup, fresh caught fish, and much, much more. Their brand new building includes a year-round indoor market as well as an incubator and community service kitchen. This year, the Muskegon Farmers Market will introduce 2 new programs. The Power of Produce, teaching children ages 5 to 12 how to shop at the farmers market and prepare nutritious meals, along with Arts on the Market, featuring fine arts and crafts. You can enjoy live music performed on their outdoor stage as well. For more information, visit MuskegonFarmersMarket.com.
McDonald's Candies. 1064 South Getty Street in Muskegon features an assortment of chocolate-covered nuts and creams, peanut clusters, fudge, seafoam, turtles, cherry cordials, and regular and holiday novelties.
We all make mistakes. As a defense attorney, I've seen just how costly those mistakes can be. I've also seen the importance of our district court judges' sentencing decisions. That's why I'm running for district court judge. My name's Joshua Eldenbrady, and I'm asking for your vote on August 2nd.
Big AAA Storage, offering individually enclosed climate-controlled units from 5x10 to 10x15 feet. Recommended for records, furniture, valuables, and antiques. As well as outdoor units ranging from 10x15 to 10x35 feet. All units are fenced, lighted, equipped with video cameras, and electronic keyed access with security gate. Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Big AAA Storage, fulfilling your storage needs.
Hi, my name is Michael Poulin, and I'm a candidate for the office of Sheriff in Muskegon County. This office has been a career goal of mine, and I've directed my professional law enforcement career towards it. My qualifications are based on my education, my professional development, and over 28 years of law enforcement experience here in Muskegon County. During my career at the Sheriff's Office, I was promoted through the ranks, ultimately serving as captain. Having the opportunity to lead every division from jail administrator, traffic services supervisor, training coordinator, SWAT commander, and detective bureau supervisor. As your sheriff, I will be fiscally responsible and put an end to wasteful spending. I will ensure that your safety and the safety of the public safety community are my #1 priority. Through professional development and community support, I will bring integrity and accountability back to the office of sheriff. Thank you for your time. I would appreciate your consideration on August 2nd to serve as your next Muskegon County Sheriff.
Welcome back to Meet the Candidates. I'm your host, Kim Kotis, and I'm here with Terry Sabo, the Democratic candidate for the 92nd District State House of Representatives. Well, Terry, we were talking about ways to look forward to what's going to happen in Michigan in the next few years. Let's talk a little bit about the sources of revenue, and let's talk about revenue sharing and some of the things that matter in terms of how do we pay for things.
Sure. Well, you know, one of the things that's really frustrated me as an employee of our fire department in Muskegon Heights is I see the cuts that are coming down from the state of Michigan for revenue sharing to our local municipalities. And that money is used to provide services that the municipalities were promised years ago to provide the services such as firefighting and police and other items that people come to expect in their local communities. Just in the 92nd District alone, $32 million has been withheld since 2002. And that's devastating to our local communities who are counting on that money. And that's something that we need to change. And one of the first things that we're going to do to change that is we're going to build that relationship back up again between state governments and local governments. I think that's very detrimental to our communities because I really believe that our communities need to continue to feel safe. Our residents need to feel safe in those communities to be able to sit out in their yards as we are here today, to enjoy the many different things that are going on.
Well, it's also important for local leaders to be able to plan their budgets. And I think that some of the things, whether it be education or some of the other demands that they have on the local governments, without that form of revenue sharing, then that gets passed on to the local communities to have to raise
absolutely
millages and things of that
Well,
nature.
that's one of the toughest things. You know, we're already working with tight budgets now as it is because I see that from a governmental, from the administrative aspect, working with the Muskegon County government as a chair of the county board. And so I see it as an employee, I see it in the administrative side in government, in that we need to do a better job of building those relationships and also being able to provide those services that our residents have come to expect.
Well, one of the services that people expect is the roads. And we seem to have some real difficulty getting the State House and Senate to pass legislation for the roads. And transportation is crucial to the state. We're a source for commerce from Canada and for people traveling all over, especially on our tourist level. We have people coming from all over the country and internationally to visit Michigan.
That's
so
correct.
what are some of the priorities you would put on funding for transportation?
Well, being a former Muskegon County Road Commissioner, I interviewed with the County Road Association of Michigan for their endorsement and was given that endorsement unanimously. And I think that's because of the understanding that I have and how road funding works with Public Act 51 of 1951, which provides for all the gas money or all the gas tax monies that are coming in go directly to the roads. And a lot of people don't understand that. Many people in our communities, they think that their property taxes are actually paying for the roads, or the revenue sharing is paying for roads, and that is not the case. Muskegon Heights, I keep referring to Muskegon Heights because I'm very familiar with some of the activity there, being there for 25 years. But in that 25 years, they've never spent a dime of revenue sharing on the roads. But our state government has put us in a bad spot here in the last couple of years for the future and how road funding is going to be taken care of. And they have a package that they put out there that they approved, but it's going to really come at the expense of our general fund. And where's the money going to come from out of that general fund? I don't know, but I have a sneaky suspicion that some of the first cuts, again, that are going to be made are out of our police and fire departments, those areas that we need to continue our safety in.
Well, another thing that's really important that people value here in Michigan is our environment. We have beautiful beaches and water and our agriculture, but we have still serious problems with our environment that we need to address. What are some of the things that you'd like to put a priority on?
Well, I'm sure a lot of people will remember the plastic bag situation that I brought up. To me, it's a very serious issue. And when I drive around the community, when I drive around the state of Michigan, and I see plastic bags stuck in trees, they're not coming down. And these are an item it's designed for a one-time use that never goes away. And they're rolling around in our neighborhoods and stuck in our ditches. And I introduced this idea to our County Board of Commissioners. We've been doing a lot of research on it with over 200 communities across the country that have placed some sort of a ban on these plastic bags. And we're still working through the details. I just don't believe in jumping to any kind of conclusion to enact legislation on a whim. We have to thoroughly vet this out to find out if this is something that's going to be good for us. And in the meantime, it caught the attention of the state of Michigan now because the state of Michigan doesn't want us to be able to do this type of thing in our own communities, which again is very frustrating to me that the state wants to tell us in our local communities on how we're supposed to conduct our business and how we're supposed to live. That's just not the way things should work. But on another subject though, when it pertains to the environment, you have to build relationships, and one of the biggest relationships that I'm proud to have built and to be able to have some results is the situation with Michigan's Adventure recently, with their permitting process for their water discharge, and they worked with the DEQ, and unfortunately they were given their permit, but the DEQ just simply followed the laws that are out there, and the permit was granted. But at the same time, because of that relationship that we had built with Michigan's Adventure, as soon as that permit was issued, Michigan's Adventure decided that it was time for them to hook up to our county wastewater facility. And that, to me, that's crucial to build those relationships to get things done. That's really important to me.
So having a good government that works together, that works for the betterment of the community rather than just for those who have their attention, is crucial.
Absolutely, and we all have to work together in this. One of the other projects that we're working on right now is we're working with another local community and business to actually stretch a new wastewater line through the east end of the county and across county lines, which is unprecedented, really. And I'm pretty excited about the potential of that and what that could provide not only to our wastewater facility, but also for the whole eastern side of the county.
Okay, well, We're going to come right back, and please stay with us with Terry Sabo, running for the State House of Representatives.
Your vehicle is an important part of your life. It gets you where you need to go, so it's important to take good care of it. At Van's Quick Lube, every vehicle gets up to 6 quarts of high-quality Quaker State oil, a new oil filter, and a free car wash with every service. At Van's Car Wash and Quick Lube, you will get a quick wash that will be done right the first time, and you'll experience the hand-scrubbed and Simonized difference. With 6 convenient locations, Van's Car Wash and Quick Lube will keep your car looking good and running great.
We all make mistakes. As a defense attorney, I've seen just how costly those mistakes can be. I've also seen the importance of our district court judges' sentencing decisions. That's why I'm running for district court judge. My name's Joshua Eldenbrady, and I'm asking for your vote on August 2nd.
For years, people have put together photo collages for special occasions. They go through the photo album and old shoe boxes and pull out their favorite photos and put them on poster boards. The boards are a great way of sharing stories, but it can be a pretty tedious job. Well, we here at Clocks, we want to make that job easier for you. So just bring us all the photos and we'll scan them into the computer, and then we'll print out the collages on our large format printer. That way, all the photos will be in digital format so you can share them with your friends and relatives.
Bella Maria's in Norton Shores features live music every weekend, along with delectable Italian-American cuisine, succulent steaks, seafood, and of course all your Italian favorites. Bella Maria's Event Center can be rented for weddings, private parties, and corporate events. From their Palermo room, which faces the golf course and features a tent, to their elegant ballroom, Bella Maria's can accommodate up to 350 guests. Bella Maria's in Norton Shores. You can find them on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Terry Sabo. I'm currently the chairman of the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners and also a 25-year veteran of the City of Muskegon Heights Police and Fire Departments. Prior to that, I was on the Muskegon County Road Commission for 2 years and a veteran of the United States Air Force. I've spent a career on bringing people together to solve problems, and I intend to take that attitude to Lansing with me when I'm elected as your next state representative. So on August 2nd, I hope to earn your vote as the next state representative for the 92nd District.
Beginning as a lumber company in 1911, Fredericks Construction has been servicing the Muskegon area since 1969. Family owned and operated, they specialize in roofing, siding, windows, insulation, additions, doors, decks, and more. Located at 1940 Commerce Street in beautiful downtown Muskegon, their phone number is 231-722-3937. When you want quality workmanship, you want Fredericks Construction.
With 4 convenient locations, Jack's Corner Store is one-stop shopping at its best. Tools, fresh meats, produce, chips, snacks, and other grocery items, beer, wine, and liquor, even gas and lottery. That's why Jack's is your corner store and so much more.
Welcome back to Meet the Candidates. I'm your host, Kim Kotis, and I'm here with Terry Sabo, running for the State House of Representatives in the 92nd District. Now, Terry, everyone in this state wants a chance to succeed, and creating opportunity is really important. How important is fairness and equal opportunity to you?
Oh, it's extremely important, Kim, and I see this firsthand. You know, when my wife, who works in the IT field, the IT field is really dominated by male people, and it's very frustrating that some of the struggles that I hear that she talks about in her field and in her profession, with sometimes lower pay opportunities, it's just not fair. And this is one thing that just is very high on my list, and that people should be treated individually, based on who they are, not as a group or as a gender or as a race. I really want to treat people the way they are, and it's just highly important to me that we develop a society to do just such a thing. It should not matter any of those other fields.
Let's talk about your experience at the county level.
Sure. Yeah, I'm very proud to say that since I took over as a county commissioner, one of the things that I've really tried to impress upon our staff is that we want to treat people fairly. We want to give people equal opportunities. And we have had more women and minorities hired in leadership positions in Muskegon County just in the last 4 years than I believe at any time before. And I think that's a terrific step forward, and we've got to continue. We just got to continue on that path.
So now it's your opportunity to get out and vote. So Terry, do you have any parting words for the folks here?
Well, I just really hope that, that our community decides to come out and vote here on August 2nd. It's very important that you stand up and have your voice heard, and you do that by voting. So, you know, when you look at the candidates that are in all the races, really, look at those candidates that are going to do the best for the community. Look at those candidates that have the experience, that have the backing, that from people that know, that you know and that you trust. And I urge you again to vote on August 2nd. I urge you to vote Democrat, and certainly I urge you to vote for me, Terry Sabo, for the 92nd District State House of Representatives.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, my name is Michael Poulin, and I'm a candidate for the office of Sheriff in Muskegon County. This office has been a career goal of mine, and I've directed my professional law enforcement career towards it. My qualifications are based on my education, my professional development, and over 28 years of law enforcement experience here in Muskegon County. During my career at the Sheriff's Office, I was promoted through the ranks, ultimately serving as captain, having the opportunity to lead every division from jail administrator, traffic services supervisor, training coordinator, SWAT commander, and detective bureau supervisor. As your sheriff, I will be fiscally responsible and put an end to wasteful spending. I will ensure that your safety and the safety of the public safety community are my #1 priority. Through professional development and community support, I will bring integrity and accountability back to the office of sheriff. Thank you for your time. I would appreciate your consideration on August 2nd to serve as your next Muskegon County Sheriff.
Your vehicle is an important part of your life. It gets you where you need to go, so it's important to take good care of it. At Van's Quick Lube, every vehicle gets up to 6 quarts of high-quality Quaker State oil, a new oil filter, and a free car wash with every service. At Van's Car Wash and Quick Lube, you will get a quick wash that will be done right the first time, and you'll experience the hand-scrubbed and Simonized difference. With 6 convenient locations, Van's Car Wash and Quick Lube will keep your car looking good and running great.
A lot of important decisions are made in this building. I'm Brenda Sprader, running for Muskegon County Probate Judge. This is a family law position, and for years I've worked as a family law trial attorney and public defender representing juveniles and abuse-neglect families. I understand the frustrations and struggles that many families face, and as judge, my experience would give me the wisdom to be fair and the strength to do what is needed to ensure people involved with family court have a better experience. I'm asking you to vote for me, Brenda Sprader.